Hello everyone, it's Rebecca, Empathic Crow. I hope that you're having a really good day. I hope that your weather is like our weather today. Yesterday we had a lot of clouds and things, but today it's beautiful sunshine. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. A little over 60 some degrees Fahrenheit, and we've got a little bit of a breeze that comes through every once in a while, which is why my hair is a little wild. You may see it blow up. There we go. Blow up. I didn't mean blow up, but blow in the wind, because I've got my windows down. I would be sitting outside on the blanket, but I do have the blanket. I do not have the ring light or whatever to set the camera up, so figured I'd just come on, and while I have a break in which I've already taken a moment to meditate a little bit, express my gratitude, since I was not focused on that this morning. I try to do it in the morning to express my gratitude to what I call my big four: God, my angels, my guides, my ancestors. So I expressed my gratitude, did a little meditation, and now I'm taking a little time to myself. But we'll pull a few oracle cards while I'm doing that. So we have the Angels and Auras Oracle, and I did watch a conference, webinar, whatever you want to call it, through Hay House and Dougal Fraser. So now I do know that I was pronouncing his name correctly. And Radley Valentine were presenters, and also they are the creators of this deck. All right, so God, angels, guides, and ancestors, what are the messages that the majority of people who will see this video or need to see this video need to hear? All right, so we're going to start with the Angels and Auras Oracle, and maybe pull a card from the Namaste deck, which is by Tori Carmine Salerno. Oof. So we have Archangel Raphael, the number 7 and green. So with this card, the encouragement is love, possibly travel, humor, vitality, and to let go of feelings of emptiness, maybe come out of that hibernation mode, be able to allow yourself, it doesn't even have to be all at once. Like, not saying you have to go out into a public space, like go into a really crowded thing. But even like what I'm doing right now, just allowing yourself to get out, maybe even go to a park and walk around, or something where you're getting out of that mode of shutting yourself off and allowing yourself to, I'm seeing myself saying the gratitude, allow yourself to just take in the things around you and open up a little bit, just a little bit. Sarcasm is what we're also seeing at the bottom when we're looking at the reversed of this oracle card. So sarcasm can be helpful. Sometimes humor can help us, but sarcasm can also be another way to go into that self-deprecating mode that can put us into a negative space or negative self-talk. It can also sometimes be a way to express our frustrations and negativity and try to pretend that it's a joke, and not really deal with the emotions that we have. And then lethargy is the last thing listed on here for that reversed, unbalanced green Archangel Raphael, being associated with the heart chakra. So when we go into that hermit mode, not in a way of resting and recovering, but in a way of trying to escape and avoid different situations, it actually can create more difficulty. And then it also creates more fatigue, because you're constantly having to not only try to hide and protect yourself, but also we're getting into that negative self-talk. So allowing yourself to refill your cup, bring in that love of self, bring in that love of others, allow yourself to, like I said, take it baby steps if you need to, and call on Archangel Raphael. Like, his green light is so warm and loving. Like, look at the face that they have on this card for him. so warm and loving. Allow yourself to come back into that warmth. And then we have the card 29, perfect timing. So with this, we've got a sun and a moon. We've got a clock. The time is now is what came into my head, but the time on the clock is 12 o'clock on the dot. Whether that's day or night. So it doesn't matter. So the meanings that we have on here are auspicious, clockwork, planning, and patience. So I feel like with that understanding, like I said, the time is now. So the time is now doesn't necessarily mean that you have to run and jump on something. It just means that I heard there is no right time. Like there's not a right time to do anything. This we talked about before. If you wait until what you feel is the perfect time, if you put things off and you say, well, all these things have to align and then I can do this, you're going to be waiting for a long time, because we cannot say that those things will ever perfectly align. So the time is now, meaning that whatever you can do now, do now. Whatever you need to wait on, you can wait on, but don't put all your eggs in one basket and wait forever. So when we look at the reverse to this, it's unfortunate, struggle, disorder, and resistance. Because again, if you're putting things off and you're waiting for the perfect time, or you're saying, I can't do this until, or this person, we're not going to go long until this, or whatever it is, like you're just pushing that struggle even further. Like I said, with that hibernation mode, it can be helpful, but it also can become a trap. It becomes something that we then avoid so many other things. And this in itself, putting things off, as an avoidance, because you don't want the disappointment of not being able to have the situation be what you expect it to be. And in all honesty, a lot of situations, most situations, if we're honest, are not going to be everything we expect it to be. Even if there are a lot of elements that align and are what we want, there's still going to be things that are uncomfortable. Think about even in really good, healthy relationships, whether that's a friendship with your family, a romantic relationship, whatever it is. You may have a very good and balanced relationship, but we're not always going to agree. We're going to disagree sometimes. Conflict can be healthy as long as we're communicating. All right, so I don't want to spend too long on this because I do have some things that I want to work on. So we will move on to the Namaste deck and see if there's any messages in support of this that are coming through. But yeah, we can't hide from everything. We can't wait until the perfect time. Sometimes it's taking the things that you have, expressing and experiencing, like really not just expressing it. You can say something and not mean it, but really meaning the gratitude statements that you say. So make sure that it's stuff that you truly believe. All right, so let's see what other card we get. Trying to see if my crow friend was out there. I think they've already eaten the peanuts that I threw out this morning. All right, so what is coming out? What is the final message? What is the overarching message, the overall message? I'm distracted by this beautiful day. I'm so glad to get a moment outside. I'm so glad that the time has changed. We have this daylight savings time stuff. I don't understand why we still have it, but that's okay. And if anyone wants to enlighten me, I am open. But I do like when the days are longer and it's not completely dark when I go home. So this card image is beautiful, also a bit heartbreaking, but hopeful all at the same time. Oh, and I look at the back of the card and it makes sense. A blessing through emotional upheaval. So it says an emotional storm is forming and things may seem chaotic for a while, but as the storm subsides, a blessing is revealed. Respect all points of view, for we each view the world a little differently. Things are being shaken up for a good reason, and all involved will benefit. So even recently, I felt called to sing. I didn't post that on TikTok, I don't think. I need to post that reading. Have you ever seen The Rain by Creedence Clearwater? I will warn you that reading my ADHD was ADHDing like it hasn't ADHD in a reading before, I don't think. Like, I was all over the place. But the message still came through, and I've talked about even the art that I did where it was stronger than the storm. So understand that these tower moments, these difficulties, these things that we go through, there's never a perfect time for that. There's never a perfect time that things align. And with this card, the Blessing of Emotional Upheaval, it makes perfect sense why we had Archangel Raphael coming through, because Archangel Raphael can help you to be able to navigate these situations if you ask for his help. And we want to stay focused on that love, and we want to be able to move through these emotional upheavals with grace, because the thing is, you cannot have growth, you cannot have change without discomfort. Change can be fun, it can be interesting, you can be excited, but with any change, even a positive change, even when you're excited about, there may be stressful situations, there may be some anxiety that comes with it. Even when a relationship is ending, or we are having to reconsider our life path or our choices or whatever it is, that can create an emotional upheaval. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. Just like we say, don't fear the Tower card. The Tower card is just telling you you cannot keep going the way that you're going. Same with the Death card. There has to be an ending for there to be a new beginning. So focus on not the pain and the struggle and the suffering of this emotional upheaval. Focus on the things that you can do, you can control. And I think that's why I've been talking about that gratitude meditation that I did so much. Try to focus on the things that you're grateful for, and the things that this emotional upheaval can create that may be positive in your life, versus focusing just on how it is affecting you. All right, I hope you all have a good day. I hope that you allow yourself to take care of yourself, drink some water, stay hydrated, and take a deep breath. Hold it in for a few seconds, release it out, and know that you are an amazing person, an amazing soul. All right, take care.